making any progress in finding out who, if there's only one person or one organization, whoever is behind these explosive devices that's been placed in several parts of Durban since Thursday last week.
I think that's exactly what we're all eager to find out. 5 of these devices found in just a matter of days, all of it starting on Thursday at 2 of the most popular shopping centers in the city. And then on Saturday, just after the Durban July, there were 2 other devices that were found under vehicles here. I'm standing on Gladys Mazibuko Road, which is not far from the CBD. And this is, although these incidents are still under investigation. Now, you'll remember the first 2 took place at Woolworth stores at Pavilion and Gateway, and then there was another incident at a Woolworth store at Gateway on Saturday. Now, although the investigation is still underway and police are not drawing any links, I couldn't help but notice when I was standing here on Gladys Mazibuko Road that there's actually another Woolworth store just behind me. And this is where one of the vehicles was found with one of those explosive devices. But as I mentioned, it is still very early. And I'm just going to bring the police in now. I've got Lieutenant Colonel Thulani Zwane with me from SAPS. Let's go back to Thursday and when that initial device was found at Gateway, and there was another one found at Pavilion. How were these devices discovered? And I understand that there was also some fires that were started as a result of them being in the stores.
No, on Thursday, in the early hours around 1:30, we received a report that there was some property that was on fire at the Woolworth store at the Pavilion area. When our members arrived at the scene, they noticed that there were some clothing that were on fire. And when they searched the premises, they found a device of which we don't know what type of device it is. Then our experts took it away for further investigation. And again, on the same Thursday, around 11 o'clock in the morning, we received another complaint at the Gateway area where we received the information that there was another a Woolworth store that was on fire. The clothing was on fire, and when the police arrived at the scene, they also noticed that there was also another device that was found, similarly to that one that was found at the Pavilion area. So in those cases, we opened cases of, we already opened cases for further investigation.
Colonel, what do these devices look like? I think that's what everyone is curious to know. If someone were to see it, they would know how to identify it.
This device looks like a cell phone attached to something else, of which you cannot divulge more information about that, but there are cell phone involved as well.
And what about the kind of damage that they could cause?
We are still waiting for the results from our experts. As I'm saying, we can't say how much damage can cause.
Then let's come to Saturday. So there were 3 incidents on Saturday. Another one at Gateway, and then 2 of those devices found under cars here where we are standing, not far from the race course. What happened here? Did those devices go off? Was there any damage?
Those devices that were found here in this Marriott Road as well as Avondale Road, they did not explode, and they were also taken away by our experts for further investigation. But again, cases have been opened for further investigation, but they did not explode.
Colonel, what's happening to these devices? I mean, you would understand that people are very uneasy at the moment because you just don't know where they're going to appear. 5 of them in just a few days is a lot, and I'm sure people are worried at this point.
Let's wait for our investigation. That will determine as to what type of device are those. And let's wait for our hawks to carry on with our investigation. That will really tell us exactly what is happening, what type of device are those.
I'm sure this is an investigation that is meant to be expedited, seeing how this is it's putting people's safety at risk, especially in these very public spaces.
That's true. That is why let's allow our investigation to continue. That will determine as to what type of these devices are there.
Are there any additional security measures? As I mentioned, these incidents are taking place in public spaces. Are there any extra deployments? Is there anything that's being done to make people feel safer while out here?
No, we'll continue with our patrols. We'll continue to make sure that we patrol the malls as we normally do. And we're also appealing to the members of the public to take extra precautions, but they must calm, they must not panic, and we are going to patrol those affected areas to make sure that our public is safe.
Colonel, before I let you go, I just want to ask you this question. I know you did mention that the investigation is underway, but are there any indications at this point that there is a person or a group linked to all of these different incidents?
It is still early for now to say there is anyone or a group that is linked to this device, but let us allow our investigation to continue.
Thank you so much, Colonel. Dan, that was Lieutenant Colonel Thulani Zwane of the SAPS, was telling us that the investigation into these matters is still underway. But there's also another investigation that's still continuing, Dan. I'm sure you remember that 2 months ago there was a similar device, similar to the one that Zwane is describing now, with a cell phone and another part, a pipe even, that's attached to it, that was found at that Verulam Mosque where a man was murdered in May. So we're still waiting to get more information on that, but as we understand it, no suspects have been arrested in that investigation, and none have been arrested here either. But police assure us that they will make sure that this investigation is wrapped up as quickly as possible.
Thank you.